It's Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Jones. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. Looking to throw. Jones. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw again. To Barkley on the check down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
They'll try the right side here, Barkley, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Throwing on first down is Allen. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked by Julian Love. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Jones. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones flushed out right. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Jones on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Allen now on the option right. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pitching it out to Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
56, 56.
And now they'll throw with Allen. He completes it to Beckham. touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. The Giants on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, Jones, he'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Commanders have taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. Barkley, inside handoff. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Jones now on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. In his own end zone, it's Allen. He finds his target, Beckham. He's up to the 20. Now he's into the clear again. Now look out. Uses the stiff arm. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 74 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half numbers.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before break. Jones, he's going to wind up and air it out. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Alert!
On the counter, Gibson. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Slot man moves right. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And Ingram hauls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham from 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now Jones. Once again, he finds Slayton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete to Tony. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
56.
On play action, Allen. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on in man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. They've been trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Beckham will go in motion right. Allen going to keep it again. A pitch back. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Allen going to go on 4th down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Throwing Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney from 17 yards out. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Jones throwing for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they aren't back within a single point here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Alert, alert, alert.
Throwing now is Allen. Crossing the field, Beckham makes a catch. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. But the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Jones. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. To throw is Allen. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Back to throw. Allen. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Slide for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. There's the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. To throw is Jones. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught. It's Toney. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Washington, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at New York.